You guys, I'm so in love with Castlerock. It's stupid. Friends, you are never going to believe where we are. I
don't know. I don't believe where I am.
We have my garden girl, Janey, here. This is so funny. Did you text me like last month?
I think so.
And you were like, do you want to drive down to Castlerock? And I'm like, what the heck are you doing in Castlerock? Castlerock is like 2-ish, maybe 2.5 hours from Seattle.
Yeah.
And anyways, I was like, what the heck is in Castlerock? And she's like, well, you just hang on to your hat because it is a proven winners. What is it called?
Signature City.
Signature City.
A proven winners signature city. So there's a lot of proven winners signature gardens all across the country. Absolutely beautiful. But they have a signature garden too, Nancy is telling us. But this is a signature city. And what that means is the entire city is decked out with beautiful, beautiful blooms. And I'm so excited to come and see it.
Oh my gosh. And also, like, when your garden friend says, let's go look at some flowers, you get in your car and you go look at some flowers.
And we match purses. And then, and then we go.
And then we go. And if you're new here, this is not the first time Janey and I have matched. This is a theme.
It just shows why we're good friends.
Yeah, it does. Okay, should we hit it?
Let's go.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, we are getting this sweetest tour here from, we've got Nancy and Sharisha and Janey. And would you just look at this incredible hanging basket. Now, Sharisha and Nancy are part of the Bloom team for Castlerock. And this is just a volunteer-run organization. And they do all of this plant care and planning out the color displays. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. And I swear Nancy knows every single little plant that has been installed all along this main street here. So this is the first color scheme. This was their red, white, and blue inspiration. This is one of 5 that essentially the town and the committee decide upon, and then they trial them all throughout the town. Okay, and I'm also laughing hysterically because Nancy is not into a ponytail coming out the top of any of her planters, and I love it. I love it. So this is the second, and this was experimented with last year, but look at these gorgeous sunsetty tones. And it goes all the way down. Okay, so friends, I'm here with Sharisha, and she's also one of the volunteers here on their Bloom squad. Bloom committee. Bloom team.
We're team.
Bloom team.
No, I am team.
And we're just talking about Nancy because, you know, we're stopped here at Flyaways, right? Which is kind of like, for those of you who aren't familiar, it's like a convenience store. It's attached to a McDonald's. It's kind of classics. I mean, you see them in every small town.
Just gas station off the freeway.
Yep, totally. And Nancy's over here talking about these hanging baskets. She's opening the door for the guy who's bringing in the garbage. And it's like, and I just was struck with this like concept. I'm like, this is a woman who is literally this town's grandma.
She's absolutely our grandma.
Yeah.
It's all Nancy. She's awesome.
And I mean, and she's been doing this for how long?
This is our 13th year with America in Blooms. Nancy has been involved in landscaping her whole life. She owned a little nursery, and everybody remembers her for her nursery. Yes, she did. Her house still has the greenhouses and stuff up. Going to her house, it's cathartic. It is just soothing to go. Absolutely wonderful. But she takes that spirit that she's talking to the guy that's emptying the trash cans right now.
Yeah, right now.
He's her best friend, and and they're just. She embodies the community spirit of what Castlerock is. Like, she's led it. She's really taught us all how to do it. Everybody's here. When you're in Castlerock, everybody can succeed, and that's what she does. That's really what she does.
I do have to say, it's really funny. I was just in Leavenworth, and I'm like, I love a small town.
I love Leavenworth.
Love Leavenworth. I love a small town, and Leavenworth is like dripping in flowers right now too. Like, they're another small town in Washington that just goes for it. And so to be able to drive 2 hours down to Castlerock and see a town that is taking so much pride in who they are, I think that is like, it speaks to the transformative power of flowers.
Yes.
Like, without a doubt.
This started with a pink petunia. This started with a bubblegum supertunia, and everybody loved one island. There was one little island in front of our elementary school, and Nancy said, Mayor Paul, just let me plant this one island. Just let me do this one time. And you know what? She did it, and the community just, we just loved it. It was unbelievable. And then it just has grown from there, from one little island to, I think we're up to 220 baskets now.
Holy
We
cow.
have 7 adopted beds that are cared for by specific volunteers like myself. I take care of City Hall and the senior center. And then there's another lady, Linda. She takes care of the Haircut Express Garden. You'll see that. We've got Gateway Park, and that's Marty, and that's that just everybody just dives into their own little thing. And I tell people it's my 2 hours away from my circus. Like, I don't have to think about home. I don't have to think about the bills to pay. I don't have to think about what laundry to do. I just get to come in and get my fingers in the dirt and get like good community interaction and smiles and thank yous and a free cup of coffee. Oh, I gotta tell you,
it's like to die for.
A free cup of coffee is what life is about, right?
Yeah, but
absolutely.
Also, like, I hope people watch this and they take away like this is community. This is flowers breeding
this is
community.
How you fix things.
Yeah,
plant a flower.
Yeah,
want to fix it? Plant a flower.
So this is the City of Castlerock's water truck. And I am learning that they do about 45 seconds per basket, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And they, instead of Fertilizer Friday, they do Fertilizer Wednesday, which I just love. And they full on have it down to a stopwatch science. I mean, how cute are these volunteers? I'm loving it. Okay, we are just about at the visitor center, and this color palette is singing my song. You get just incredible grassy texture. Physocarpus, all this 9 bark is lovely. Now, the mountain hemlock is their town's adopted tree, which I think is amazing. And then do you see that cute little pinky winky hydrangea back in there? And then this is the Oh So Easy cherry pie. And Nancy was telling me that they really love this because their town colors are red and white. Look at that with the white background. Red in the front. And just so beautiful. And they've done so much to improve this area. And then, of course, as we're approaching the visitor center here, you can see just in the distance over there. Oh, actually, this one is a little bit closer. This is the next basket combination. And I was telling Janey, I was like, this is a Janey basket if I have ever seen one. And this is on Front Street, and I think there's about 50 of them.
Several years ago now,
look at this stratosphere white. It is just sensational. And this is the signature flower of Castlerock. Okay, this is also super amazing. This is the list of awards that Castlerock has received from America in Bloom. It is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to link Janey's video below because I would love you to go watch it and just hear Nancy talk. Like, this whole town is really blowing me away, quite frankly. Just the heart and the inclusion. It's incredible. So we are now at the visitor center, and I just wanted to like flip this around and record this because we're having this conversation about how much plants and flowers, they change behaviors. They make people feel welcome and loved and cared for. And when you're on these big stretches, you know, you're road tripping down to Portland or whatever, I've been to many a road stop, which are fine, but we just saw a gentleman pull off and he's just sitting in his car having lunch.
He's just chilling.
Yeah.
Got a podcast going. He's just like enjoying his sandwich, having just a time.
And I think the cool thing is that we're having this conversation, and that is literally the goal of Castlerock, is to have people feel welcome and invited and come back for lunch and
come stay. We've got some cool stuff. We've got Festival of Lights. We've got Halloween Jamboree. I do the haunted house. We'll talk about that.
Okay, we are Halloween fanatics in my family.
Okay, like
we're cheese ball Halloween fanatics.
The goal is to make you leave the haunted house. It is not fit for young children.
Okay.
Come if you're brave.
Teenagers. Bring your teenagers. Yes. That's like perfect.
Yes. It's actually one of our main fundraisers for our street art program that does all of our painting work that you'll see downtown. We've actually started painting like our gas mains. That was a lovely log truck. That is also one of our big things. We're a logging town. That was like just money rolling down the freeway. So yeah, we do a haunted house. We have amazing things. You can see that we've got DOT coming in. He's just rolling in. They've been doing some work on the roads here. So there's your infrastructure doing all of its stuff. And I'm loud enough you can hear me. Because it's loud right here by the freeway. Because you don't even realize this. She's going to turn this camera around and show you this amazing walkway there we're going to walk down. You won't even realize that you are literally on an on-ramp 10 feet away.
But I think the other cool thing that I hope I can capture for people is literally you guys designed this so that as soon as you get off at exit 49, you feel welcomed.
You're here.
Like, that's so huge.
Come home.
Yeah.
Come home. Get a coffee. Sit. Stay a while. Pull up a park bench.
I love it. Okay.
Let's go see.
I know. I'm going to flip you around.
Okay. Ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So this is our proven winners signature garden. This is something that Nancy designed, like I said, to get that home feel. And if you look around, one of the biggest questions we get asked is, how do I grow this? Where do I find it? And you can see our planters are about, we've got hydrangeas. Each one has a description of the hydrangea, how to grow it, where to find it. There's that amazing PW logo right there. And this was a big project this year. Marty and Nancy and a couple of our other bloomers, John and Shauna, worked with getting all of this digitized with QR codes so that residents and visitors that are just hanging out, having lunch can say, oh my gosh, I would love to have this in my home. Like, check out this hibiscus. That thing's as big as your hand. And you can grow those. You don't have to be in Hawaii. You can have that amazing feel right there in your yard. We've got our Ringos. We've got our Oh So Easy double pinks. We've got the Pugster periwinkle. That's a butterfly bush most commonly. There's a little plaque right here, but that's this purple little guy over here. And if you get close, oh my gosh, look at all those pollinators just chowing down on some lunch like we're about to.
This is fabulous.
And I told you, we're 10 feet off the highway. Wait till you get around this corner. It's going to just blow your mind. You're literally on the on-ramp, and yet you feel like you're just in paradise, just tucked into your lovely little backyard. There goes some more money rolling down the road.
Oh my gosh. And this is so fun because I love that you've planted such a huge variety.
Worked on the shade, worked on the sun, made sure that, we had things that everybody could see in their yard. The hostas are fantastic, right? Can't wait to divide those. We've got these are a native plant right here. This is salal bushes. These are actually really popular in native culture. This was a berry that they used for dyes. It's also an edible berry. Deer and goat also really like it. And it's really common in the coastal areas.
Yeah, you've actually included a lot of really awesome
native plants. Native plants, native pollinators.
We are just meeting up with Pat, another Bloom team member at Gateway Park. This is her area that she takes care of, and it is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. Funny enough, Nancy actually designed this landscape too. Nancy needs to do this as a profession because she is fabulous. But I'm going to spin you around and just walk you through. You are going to love this space. So what you're going to notice is this is just an incredible public space. The classic hanging baskets that Castlerock is known for. And then look at this display. This is so sensational. I am loving all of this. It is so layered. It is so gorgeous. I mean, just look at that verbena. That is insane. The sweet alyssum. We've got this euphorbia that I love for that frothy bit. Even a couple begonias in here. Salvias. And they've actually worked in a ton of natives as well, which are just so fabulous. So fabulous. So the special story about this kind of picnic area in the center here is they actually lost the previous one. And so they turned it into something positive, and a local resident helped mill all of this local lumber to create a new picnic structure. I mean, it is gorgeous. And then can we just look at this dahlia in the background? I am dying. I can't believe Nancy is not doing this. I mean, she is doing this professionally, but Nancy is a treasure. Okay, I'm loving this combination right here. This is so beautiful. And she's done a really good job of layering all of the chartreuses. We've got this silvery blue foliage coming back here. Look at this dahlia. This is just a sensational pop of color. It is so layered. And then even looking back in here, we've got all the pieris. I mean, this is stunning. And just a giant canopy of dogwoods coming through as well. And then as you take this gorgeous little pathway down here, you have an amazing gunnera. Man, that is so gorgeous. And then look at this, all these sweet little white florals tucked in underneath that conocloa. Evergreen structure. Oh my gosh. Sweet Memorial Rock. This is just the most adorable little picnic structure. I mean, honestly, this town has done such an incredible job creating spaces that can just be enjoyed by everyone. And again, this is all volunteer run. There's someone here weeding and just helping make this city look its absolute best. I'm in awe. I really am. I'm completely in awe of just the love that goes into every single itty bitty bit of this town. That gunnera. Okay, I'm on the other side of that structure right now, and they did kind of this low water moment here. And check this out. In this dry riverbed is a replica of a dug out canoe, and it is filled with this incredible mounding sweet potato vine. I'll have to figure out the variety on this. I think it might be Sweet Caroline. This incredible salvia. I mean, this is so gorgeous, and it is such a statement. And then I love that they paired it with this grassy foliage and texture because it really simulates kind of like breaking through those waves. Okay, you guys, here's the other thing. I feel like this is basically a Castlerock love video, and it is. But this entire park area, the initial planting was all done for $2,500. $2,500. And the rest was creativity and Genuity. In fact, if you look in at that far island right over here, you can see it's Carl Forster, Calamagrotis, reed grass. That was all half-dead grass that a nursery was getting rid of. And look at it. Look at it. The irises that are over here by this canoe, this was all started from seed that Nancy's mom had given her. And literally, it's like things that have been propagated, half-dead items from nurseries, $2,500, and also a ton of sweat equity, and also a lot of love. And then, of course, proven winners coming in and donating to this town for these gorgeous floral displays. I mean, it is absolutely stunning. And so I know there's a lot of you out there who are like, gosh, I don't have a lot of funds to do my garden. I just want to show you the magic of resourcefulness, knowing people in your community, and sharing. You know what I mean? We all have a hosta that needs to be divided. We all have perennials that can also be divided. You know what I mean? We're all saving seeds all the time. And so this is your invitation to find your tribe of gardeners and create some magic. So is this HQ?
This is
HQ, you guys. Oh my gosh. This is so lovely. Okay, more of those QR codes that are so awesome. New proven winner varieties. And then just,
the skirt on that purple.
yes. Look how just puddled all of these are. That is so gorgeous. This is the first combination we saw. Okay, so Janey, is this number 4?
Gosh, I've lost count.
I think this is 4. And what do we have? Is this Finch?
Okay, so this is Saffron Finch.
Saffron Finch.
Bermuda Beach. Blue skies.
Blue
And then
skies.
some type of sweet potato.
Oh my gosh, there's sweet potato. This is a show. This is a show. Holy cannoli. Okay. This is basket combo number 5. We have Hoopla Orchid. I mean, look at this. One white and the sweet potato vine coming down. You guys, I'm so in love with Castlerock. It's stupid. I was just gifted these cute little huggy guys by the owner of Didymus Inc. It's like an amazing fine art. They do murals, all sorts of crafts. And I am literally in front of the old Castlerock jail and I'm about to go in. What is this?
1907 was when it was built.
1907 is when it was built and they've literally turned it into a garden. But I think we have to go inside first, which is just like, this is so funny. This is literally the old jail. This is terrifying. This is terrifying. Okay, this is, oh my gosh.
So this jail was built in 1907.
Wow.
They didn't have a police officer that was on duty all the time. So if you got in trouble on a Friday, you got to stay until Monday.
Oh my gosh. This is terrifying. There's no light in here. Look at this old bed. This is serious alcohol.
Do you want to see the potty?
Of course, always.
It was a group
Oh
effort.
my.
It was a group effort.
No. Oh, holy cow. And so you just got locked in here all weekend.
And that was the bed.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. Moral of the story, don't get in trouble in Castlerock. Your butt's gonna get locked in here. I need you to give me a tour. Rarely have I think I never have I ever seen an old 1907 jail surrounded by an edible garden. Girl, how did this even get started? Whose brainchild was this? Like, where did this even start?
As with all of the amazing projects here around Castle Rock, Nancy was a spearhead on this. One of the things that we've learned is that gardening is great for mental health, food access for our low-income senior citizens, things like that. It's been a big deal. And so, here we are. We've got wonderful connections with our FFA chapter at the high school. That's the Future Farmers Association of America. They're amazing kids. They are absolutely churning out some of the best leaders that you are ever going to see. We've started with strawberries, but strawberries, look at those. They're still going. Look at that. And we have these squash were donated too. Look in here, acorn squash. Little teeny acorn squash growing in there.
Oh, they're so cute.
Aren't they just adorable?
Adorable.
And then we've got blueberries. And we keep some games out here, like some table checkers and things like that, so that when people are, just wanting a shady spot to sit and eat lunch, again, come home. Come sit at the park. Come pick a squash. Let's see what this one is. What do we have in here? Oh, we have yellow squash.
Oh, look at
that thing is. Look at the warts on that. It's so right at the haunted jail with a warty squash. Castle Rock is somewhere where you should feel comfortable no matter where you are. You've pulled off the freeway in towns. You've pulled into somewhere and you're like, never mind. We don't want you to feel that way. Whether you're here for an hour, whether you're here for a weekend, or whether you're looking for your place to have your Hallmark Christmas, we want you to feel that here. We want you to come here and know that you're welcome. That there's an inclusiveness in where we are. Yeah, we're a small town. Yeah, we're a logging town. All of those things that you think of when you come to that, yeah, they're here. But we also have amazing people here that build this welcoming environment. Look at these marigolds. We've got edible flowers in here. We've got pansies. I love pansies. Don't they look like lion faces? I always thought that pansies looked like little lion faces.
100% they do.
These are proven winter strawberry with the pink blossom. So they are a little more decorative. And so that was definitely a choice that we made. Just because they were pretty. I mean, strawberries are pretty, but I mean, come on. But yeah, you can come down here. You can grab some basil. You can grab some rosemary. Grab a couple peppers off the pot. Grab a squash and go home and make a stir fry. I made zuppa toscana last night. I'd have come down and gotten me some of this kale instead of the grocery store kind if I'd have known that there were still some here.
Okay, how is your kale not completely eaten alive?
You know, it's that Kellogg's organic soil and the care that the Thomas family puts into the park. It's just a beautiful place to be. We have some fruit trees. These were new. We added these this spring. We did have a couple of plums on our trees, so we're hoping that next year we've got an abundance of fruit for the community to come pick as well.
Oh my God. And roses too.
You gotta have roses. You gotta draw your pollinators.
This is the prettiest jail I've ever been to.
Well, how many jails have you been to?
0. I've been to 0 jails. For the record, I've been to 0 jails.
You'll have to repeat that one. But yeah, we had to have the roses in here for the pollinators. You know, you've got to have all of your pretties. You've got your gorgeous cosmos and their whimsy and all of their dancing prettiness that they just are. And you know, it's just a great spot. The shade canopy was donated by Fibro Federal Credit Union so that we had a nice spot to sit.
I love a sail.
Don't you? It's just
so
it
good.
changes the whole environment of the park. Like you just now you have this nice, cozy, comfortable place to be. So
Okay, and also I love that like this is Castlerock, just like a neighbor coming by, checking on
you
things.
got a squash I can borrow?
This is your town is something special.
Oh, bioswale. That's what we're going to look at.
I cannot
We
wait.
can go do that before we leave. Here, do you want to see the Jackson Hole
Yes.
bioswale? Come on. So this was originally done by Nancy and our biology teacher, Ryan Pinner. We've got bat control boxes in here. We do some organization with the United Way Day of Caring. This was another big project in here. They brought in a lot of volunteers. This was originally called Jackson Hole. It is a wetland designation, which means you can't put a parking lot on it, right? You've got all your red tape. So what do we want to do? We want to make it beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been great. And we come in, like I said, Day of Caring, we come in, we kind of clean it out. You know, because trash collects and you know, you have your urban stuff. But this was the original.
Whoa.
And so it does hold stormwater when we have, you know, heavy rains. We are in Washington. We do get that. And then this is a great pictorial of how this all really came about.
And more murals.
Yes, of course there's more murals. So this is 10 years old this year. And it just keeps growing and it just keeps creating yet more wildlife habitat, more water retention, more cleaning before that stormwater gets into the river. Just amazing coexisting between a municipal and an agricultural need.
Okay, so I have to take a moment for the front of Castlerock High School. First of all, school colors. Second of all, look at this planting bed. I mean, this is sensational. The senecio, the euphorbia, all of the daisies, the coleus, these begonias. Holy mackerel. And then look at this adorable geranium. I think this is Miss Pollock. I love this. And honestly, the 3 hanging baskets at the front, like it could not be a more welcoming sight. This high school has done some incredible things from installing bioswales, retention areas. It is incredible. They have 4, 2 greenhouses and 2 hoop houses, which is just an incredible feat. And they actually do a lot of the baskets that are being grown that you see all throughout town. So it is phenomenal. It is absolutely phenomenal.
So this greenhouse got new flooring this year. That was a project that I did with the students. They'd send the students out. We'd lay fabric. We would re-level gravel. The construction kids would come out and help.
The construction kids. Do you have a construction program?
Oh yeah, we have a full CDE class and CDL class.
Really?
CTE class. That's what they call it.
Construction technology engineering.
Yes. We have welding, we have wood shop, we have all of the agriculture classes, we have food science. We are what they call incorporated, I believe is what they called it now, where every student that's in an agriculture class is an FFA member.
This is a gardening channel. I get it. However, I think children's education is super important, and I think educating to different types of kids is really important because not everyone is the same type of smart. And I am like floored by this high school. I cannot wait to show you like their metalsmithing, their carpentry, just the intensive just appreciation for horticulture. I mean, this would open so many doors if more kids had access to feel successful and smart in things that weren't just a book. And this is coming from someone who I consider myself very book smart, but I'm also really plant smart. And I do wonder if my course would have been altered sooner had I been given access to things like this. Okay, first of all, let's talk about this adorable, adorable metal. Oh my gosh, a diamond. I love this. This is amazing. And then look at like each one of these bays. And so it's like, it's safe. They have access. This is so cool. This is so darn cool. Oh my gosh, all the safety gear hanging. I love how just like, oh my goodness, look at this. This makes me so happy. I don't know why. It's like all the safety goggles in a cute little sorter. And then look at shop. What? This is amazing. Okay, so giant bucket of scrap for just kids to be creative with. You know what I mean? Like there's no limitation on imagination in this workshop.
Build me a scarecrow.
Yeah, just build anything. We've got the top of, I think, what looks like a gazebo. This is so cute. And then incredible outbuildings.
Those are student built, student led. They had to design them. They had to build them. They had, of course, staff help. Teachers teach, but these are intended for the wood and metal shops to be able to store their gear in, a little more storage area.
Incredible. This is fantastic. This is such a life skill, you know?
Great life skill.
Okay, I'm going to take you out to look at their growing zone. So not only do they have these houses where they're teaching kids, like essentially how to like grow, propagate material, all that kind of stuff. They also send kids off for floral design competitions, which is incredible. And so this high school, man, I feel like this town is really something special. And they've done so much to grow a community of people who genuinely love and appreciate growing things. So friends, we have landed at City Hall and it is nearing the end of our day here. And I just have to take you in close because this is spectacular. It's like the piece de resistance. Okay, Janey and the girls are over there having a little tour, but I just need to start here. First of all, this gorgeous corner is just layered with so many drought-tolerant options. We've got the California poppy, the sedums. Really great use of evergreens there. And then, of course, the little waving Gara in the background. And then coming in, I mean, just really, really beautiful. I love the xeriscaping around the flagpole. And then just pot after pot. And what is really creative is if they've had like a plant die off, they are sticking cut hydrangea blooms literally just down into the container to fill those voids. Gorgeous black mondo grass. That Gara, so sensational. And then we have that maple too. And then this hanging basket is the first recipe that we kind of stumbled upon, except for this one, they've added that sweet potato vine cascading down there. And this dahlia again, just loving it. And for a frame of reference, when they started, it was dead grass, a singular rhododendron, and a cyclone fence. And now we have just a stunning entrance to City Hall. Before I go, I want to get one more shot of this awesome, awesome garden bed. I am really loving the salvia combined with this happy, happy, happy dahlia. And then right over there, You can see the water feature. Just so much fun, and a little peekaboo of some of that Gara coming out, which is like an amazing complement to this black Bondo grass. Okay, friends, we were so pooped yesterday.
I was exhausted.
Holy cow. We showed up to Castlerock thinking like, oh, like you said in the intro, we were like, oh, we're going to look at some cute flowers.
Yeah,
and then it was
like an hour looking around. No. They are serious about their gardens.
It was unbelievable. It was like garden after garden after garden. I mean, what time did we wrap up? Like 7? 7:30 was city council.
I know.
It was crazy. It was
a long
so
day.
much fun.
Yeah. So therefore, no outro yesterday.
No outro yesterday.
It's the next day.
It's the next day. Janey's coming to play at my house, which is awesome. And so, anyways, we just wanted to pop on really quickly because we had the best time in Castlerock. It was so fun. That was the most charming, and I do mean charming, city.
Yes.
And it really has me thinking about small towns in the U.S. I visited 2 recently that have just knocked my socks off. So I want to hear about your favorite small town.
Please.
Drop it down below. I want some road trip recommendations and some beautiful places to stop.
If you guys are driving up I-5,
yes,
like to Seattle or something like that, you need to stop by this town.
Yes.
Or any other small town. You know what I mean?
Yes, I totally
Because there's so much to see, and it's so worth it for the stop. Even if it's just an hour, it's so worth it to stop, get a coffee, go look at the blooms because they're amazing.
And it really is amazing to see what kind of pride that they put into their city. I was blown away. So we're going to go have some fun in the garden. And so we're going to let you go, but get out there and say hello to your garden for me. And we're going to see you in the next one.